bringing up the trans issue. That's not me saying. That's not me saying Elphaba needs to be silenced, because I know that's going to be a freaking thing. What I'm saying is, because Elphaba brings up the trans issue in every single argument, the problem becomes, well, you can't discuss Elphaba without discussing the trans issue. And that then creates a problem. Because it then puts the whole LGBT community in a quarrel. Because it's like, well, it makes it very difficult to discuss Elphaba. Because discussing Elphaba, you kind of have to sit there and go, well, Elphaba has done this, that, and the like, and the behavior. And it's frustrating because it's like, well, okay, Elphaba is a controversial figure, and Elphaba, the only reason why this happens every single time, this whole fiasco, is because Elphaba harmed a GV survivor who lived next door. Whether Elphaba wants to admit that or not, it just, that's irrelevant. Elphaba did that, and now Elphaba is trying to, and this is a recurring pattern with Elphaba. You will notice it. I noticed it when the autism thing was happening. I look back at the autism thing, and look back at the Tourette's thing, and look back at a lot of things. When Elphaba gets called out for controversial things, Elphaba tries to twist the narrative in whatever they are aligning with that in that moment. So at the moment, it is trans. It is trans. That is what. And here's the thing: Elphaba wants to be identified as a trans woman. Okay, fine, fair. The problem is Elphaba twists the conversation, because I hate to say this, but Elphaba at this moment in time, because Elphaba doesn't really make much of an effort, other than when they go out on a night out or when they do a makeup live, is seen physically as a man. Seen physically as a man. Whether they identify as a female or as a trans woman, and want to go by she, her pronouns, that's fine, that's fair. So when somebody comes across Elphaba in public, the next door, and because the next door neighbor called Elphaba he and it because they were angry, right? That is what Elphaba clinged to. And that is why Elphaba then, and we saw it in the messages, in the comment section on IG, that is what the conversation twists to. So now the DV situation is lost. The DV conversation is lost. Because now it's about the trans issue, and that is the problem. This is where the trans community, and whether Elphaba wants to admit this or not, and I said it when I was raging, they are causing harm. Because it's not just the trans community, it's the whole LGBT plus community. Because I'm somebody, like I say, who likes makeup, has wigs, I have a dress somewhere. I also like sparkly things as well. That's the thing, I could do all of that. But because of somebody like Elphaba, I'm afraid of getting shit for it. I'm afraid of getting shit for it. Because of the controversy and the shit that Elphaba has put out online. That's the problem. Right, yeah, they don't understand the danger they put themselves in. Not that I care, but it's coming soon. Yeah, and that's the problem, Paul. That is the problem. On one hand, yes, I will turn around and say, Alphaba frustrates me to high fucking hell. High fucking hell. To the point of I get really angry. Really fucking angry. Um, because of their actions and what they do. I don't wish harm, because I don't wish harm on anyone. I wish Alphaba would take some time to realize what they've done. Um, yeah, right. You know, I don't wish any harm. Um, but at the same time, I just there is Al- Alpha has said, you know, when they go out, they have been attacked and things like that. But I'm like, well, I could go out on the street today. Yes, I'm using an avatar. I know that, but I could go out on the street today, and I'm not being attacked. I mean, I have been in the past for holding my partner's hand. That was a while ago, though. That's the reason why I flinch every single time. Um, yes, it's called safeguarding. Yeah, safeguarding is a thing. We do it for a reason. Yeah, exactly. And it's just like, well, Alphaba wants people. I think what Alphaba wants people to do is stop talking about them. That's the reason why that the clips that I showed earlier to do with the Emily person. That is what Alphaba wants people to do. They want people to stop talking about them. And I, you know, when my frustration turned around and said, "Yeah, I'm getting bored of talking about you because you do so much, Alphaba. You do, you really do, constantly." Um, but if you want people to stop talking about you, then stop doing the shit. You know, maybe do take some time off. Um, give do take some time off. Maybe that will give you. I mean, give some alpha some time to reflect on their bad behavior. Maybe that's what alpha needs to do. Which we know that's not going to happen. I know that's not going to happen. No, like the unstable unicorn says, I think he wants people talking about them. They like the attention, good or bad. Yeah, and that's the thing. Um, they do. They do. They want people to talk about them. That's the reason why they did this publicly. They do all these things publicly because they want people to talk about them. They do. They honestly do. They want people to talk about them constantly. Because they feed, excuse me, they feed off of the negativity. They really do. I've just, they feed off the negativity. And drama brings views. It does, Paula. Like, and that's the thing, you know. Drama does bring in views, whether that's Alphabet or somebody else on the app or some in other places on social media. Drama does bring in the views, and it really does. And I think that's because, like, as a society, um, you know, you know, I will be the first to turn around and say, love a bit of drama. But this isn't necessarily drama anymore. Like 222 says, stop hurting vulnerable people and communities. You know, that's the only reason why I initially started covering E was because of I saw the autism thing and it was like, oh, this is harmful. Um, and then the Tourette's thing, and then it was just a spiral from there. But yeah, you know, I do think that you know it is a Alpha was playing a dangerous game, and I don't think there is. Um, it's also misinformation about trans issues. Yeah, Curly. Yeah, I did. It is that as well. So Alphabet is doing harm to the trans community as well, um, and it's just like you know, I'm not trans. I'm part of the LGBT plus community. I am. Um, and it's just, it's so heartbreaking to see what Alphaba does to the trans community and the harm that Alphaba does cause. And like we saw in the clips, Alphaba does not realize it. And I genuinely think she doesn't want to realize it. They don't want to realize it. So we could, I could be screaming until I'm 56, which is 20 years from now. Um, which, by the way, would put Alphaba at 40. Um, we could be screaming 20 years from now about the same thing because he doesn't want, he does not want to take any accountability, does not want it. You could literally go with a signpost to Alphaba's door. Not that I'm suggesting it, but you could go with a signpost to Alphaba's door. Um, what's my position? Hey, Bambad, what's my position on the trans issue, on the trans stuff? Um, well, I'm part of the LGBT plus community, so I love my trans brothers and sisters and non-binary people, non-conforming. That's and I know that's going to be controversial to people, but you know, good morning, Bambird. Um, um, he's believed that infamous is okay because it contains famous, shows their level of immaturity and denial. Yes, and I do think that that plays a part as well. I do think that does play a part as well. But hey, Bandbird, I hope you're doing well. If am I correct in saying that you're on holiday right now? Did I hear that right? I'm sure I saw it on one of your things that you were on holiday. You were taking some time up and you were on holiday. You're slightly hungover. Well, if it was a good night, do you think it is ethical, to perform life-changing surgery on mentally ill people? I wouldn't necessarily call trans people mentally ill, but I was green, I'm still green. Oh, you're. Mm. As people have said, because people want to live how they want to live. There is different genders in different tribes and different things. It's across everywhere. It's only within the Western world, but also within humanity that gender is an issue. You can't get it up. It looks like I have joined us. Oh no, Bandbird. Oh no. Oh no. So I don't consider trans people mentally ill. I consider Elphaba mentally ill, but that's for different reasons. That's for completely different reasons. That's not because they're trans. Um, that's just because Elphaba's Elphaba. Um, living your life is one thing, but then mimicking the opposite, then expecting everyone to accept it. I mean, mimicking is not the right word I would use, but okay. Hey, Ruby. Hello, Ruby. Bad advice. Hey, Angie. Hello, welcome. Um, life-changing surgery for a mentally ill Elphaba would be a lobotomy. I mean, maybe. I think he was trying to mentally debate, genuinely trying to debate. I think, yeah, I think it's a good question. I think it's a good question. I just think that the hey, hey, Bev. I think that the hang on, let me look at something. I think when you're talking about that kind, when you're talking about it, it's sort of like um, living. Trans people just want to exist, and here's the thing. I know that people say that, but the problem arises that you could say the same when it comes to gay people, and they have done back in the 80s. You know what I mean? Um, you've been away for a while, health issues and wider family issues. I'm sorry, Angie. Well, I hope the family issues are okay, and I hope your health is getting better. Morning, Jackie. Good morning. Um, but and that's the thing. I understand that people have questions, and it's a good question. But I do think when I came out, people asked me had I had a breakdown. The 80s was hard. The 80s was hard. It really was. Hey, the Observer. EQ said last night that she would like Toby J to host a live for the trans community to join. That would be a good live, and I think that would be a great live. I think live has been done where the trans community came in, but that'd be a good live. That'd be a good live. For people to understand, people need to talk. EQ explains it so well. I mean, EQ can be a bit rough around the edges, but she does explain things well. I, however, do not. But EQ does explain things well. Yes, thank you. Back injury. Mother-in-law has been. Oh no. Moderate Alzheimer's, and my sister is in-law. Sorry. I can't. I'm sorry, Angie. Oh no. That can be. That's harsh. Why doesn't EQ do that live? I think this is from my understanding. I mean, I don't watch EQ. I only see like EQ come up on clips. But I think the reason why EQ probably wouldn't be. I'm not slating EQ before anybody comes for me. But I think the reason why EQ probably wouldn't be the best person to host that is because of EQ gets a lot of trolls and a lot of I wouldn't say hate. That's not the right word. She gets a lot of flack. We'll use the word flack. She gets a lot of flack. So I think Toby J would be probably better because Toby J doesn't necessarily get a lot of flack, and EQ can or has been seen, from what I understand, on the TikTok things. Yeah, EQ gets a lot of controversy. Yeah, so I do think that's probably the reason why EQ wouldn't be the best person to host something like that. And EQ is sort of like an FYP kind of person, whereas I don't think Toby J is. You know what I mean? Sort of like, yeah, that kind of thing. EQ's sort of like an FYP, sort of like coverage person. That'd be my understanding anyway. Justice says EQ used to say she doesn't speak for a whole community. It now says the opposite. I mean, people can have their different stances. I can understand that though. I think. I can understand that. I mean, I generally don't. I can't. For me, it's sort of like, yeah. Well, I mean, so yeah, I mean, I answered the question because I think, okay, so I think the reason why you muted is because I did answer the question. I think that's the reason why. EQ stands for people being who they say they are, gay, straight, trans, but E is just playing at it. I mean, it does appear that way. It does appear that way. It does appear that way. Um, it does appear that way. I mean, EQ has covered not just Alpha, but covered few other people as well. Um, but I do. EQ has a very firm stance on Elphaba. Has a very firm stance on Elphaba and Elphaba not transitioning. And EQ is not the only one. EQ is not the only one that has that firm stance on Elphaba. I've had that firm stance on Elphaba because I do feel like Elphaba is causing harm to the trans community. I do feel that way. Oh, that's good, Andrew. I'm glad you have a lot of support. Apparently my audio's... I need to check my audio settings. Apparently. No trans person actually supports E on the app. I have seen that. I've seen a lot of trans people come out, Paula, and speak out against what Elphaba stands for. And I think, like I said, I think it boils down to because the way in which Elphaba uses transition and the way in which Elphaba has a habit of when the trans issue comes up, Elphaba uses, like I said earlier, about Elphaba is using trans rights to step over women's rights, and by stepping over women's rights, that is the problem. Yeah, Jackie's like, because we're sick of them. Yeah, that's an issue. Yeah. Um. Josh says, why is E still carrying on? If they wanted to actually change, they would have got off TikTok. They would have, yes, they would have, yeah. And that is the main point. That a lot of people have said that Elphaba needs to come off TikTok because of the harm that Elphaba is doing. But like we saw in the other clips, that that Elphaba doesn't actually see that they're causing harm. And I genuinely think Elphaba doesn't see that they're causing harm. I genuinely think they don't see it. They don't see it and they don't want to see it. The Observer says E could use her platform in so many ways to provide positive content. Yes, the Observer. And I think the thing is, right, is E says that they're doing that. They say that they are being positive and being this and being that. But their actions, however, don't see that, don't show that. So it's like, won't be an issue now. There won't be an issue now. Wait. They're too ill-informed to be able to provide a positive platform. That's very fair, bad advice. That's very, very fair. Their actions override their works. That's true, just a reminder. Yeah, their words, yeah. Their actions override their words, yeah. Just a reminder, yeah. And that's, that's the thing, their actions have caused so much pain. Their actions have caused so much pain. And they will never understand it. Yeah, I get that, Jackie. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah. But yeah, I do. It is. It's an interesting. I don't know where he's gonna go from here. I mean, well, actually, I'll rephrase that. Yes, I do know he's gonna go from here. It's just gonna be the same thing over and over and over again. I wish that It also proves they wouldn't pass the mental health assessment for transition. Yeah, they probably wouldn't. They probably wouldn't. They probably wouldn't, to be fair. They probably wouldn't. They probably wouldn't. Which, and I think that's, I mean, they've had the money to go private multiple times. And Gender GP, I want to turn around and say, Gender GP isn't the only private clinic. It's not the only one. Which is the reason why, you know, the and the problem with the reason why Elphaba keeps on bringing up Gender GP as a way for them to say that they haven't transitioned or haven't been on hormones because of that. However, that was 2 years ago. Like, was it 2 years ago? It was either 2022 or 2023 that they provided the receipts for. So yeah, they did gender. Yeah, I have seen that. Yeah, it's not their fault. It's yeah, I know. Yeah, I've seen that too. So it's just like there's more than just Gender GP. But I think that the reason why I brought the time thing up is because we can't go back and look, but Elphaba is still bringing up Gender GP as a deflection from their stuff. It's all hypocrisy. We can't go back and go, well, you said X, Y, and Z about the autistic community, about the Tourette's community, about this, about that. We can't do that to show Elphaba's behavior, but Elphaba can use it as a deflection. Another reason Gender GP is a scam, they probably knew they'd failed the mental health assessment. Yeah, and I honestly think that. I think Elphaba didn't want to do it because they still do the drugs, which we've all seen, even though they say that they don't. Elphaba, we notice. As an ex-drug addict, I notice. Good morning, Jazzy. The mental health assessment, they won't pass because of that. I think because there have been no real repercussions, well, she says, he continues to behave the way he does. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. EQ told E pay Gender GP to shut people up after knowing UK Health said not to use it. Well, it is. It's just wild that E keeps on using that as a defense. Good morning, Valkyrie. E keeps on using that as a defense. And it's like, well, there are other clinics that E could have gone to, and he's had the money 3 times over. And that's also another harm that Elphaba is doing as well. What do you want? My cat's getting mouthy. Aren't you? Yes. My cat's getting a bit mouthy. Don't scratch the chair. You have claws, cat. Morgana. My cat's name is Morgana. Aren't you, Furball? That's your name. Little Furball. Not been about much, but jeez, I've seen E being annoying the poor neighbour again. Yeah, they have, yeah. Yeah, Morgana. Little Morgana. Furball, she keeps on winking at me. Have they approached Toby J? He is well balanced, sensible, and would be perfect. Yeah, Toby J would be perfect for it. Yeah, it would, yeah. Yeah, they see. I mean, yes. Ella winked. Yeah, winked at me. She winked at me. She does it constantly. Yes, as a mind do that, just sit crying for food all day, straight after being fed to. Yeah, exactly. I feed it. It's only recently, though. It's only recently that she's started doing it. Haven't you? I feed you. And then you sit there and scream at me even more. And I'm like, I just fed you. I watered you. I feed you. I pet you. And you still sit there and scream at me. I'm like, okay, what's your problem? Maria is going to have a fit before the year is out with Elphaba defying the council. Yeah, that's going to be another issue as well. That is going to be another issue, you know. I think Elphaba is going to have some really, real serious repercussions. And it's not because they're trans. It's not because they're trans. It's not because people dislike them. It's not because of TikTok. Well, some of it may be because of TikTok, actually. Um, it's because of their actions. That's it. That's it. You know? That's the reason. Isn't it? Stop scratching my gaming chair. Oh, I swear to God. This gaming chair is just like... thanks for all your YouTube content. Yeah. I have seen. A red button content, yes. Um, I have seen. I just haven't got around to like seeing. Um, you can see a strike on Maria's tenancy coming soon. Yeah, Jazzy. Yeah, I can too. I can see it too because Alphaba's ignoring everyone. I mean, Alphaba's ignoring everyone, and like I wanted to bring this up. I can't remember if I brought it up yesterday, but I will bring it up again. Um, about noise. Oh no, I think I was watching somebody. I haven't seen a problem. Hey, Amber Roberts, hello. So the about the noise, right? Because that was it. I had Evanescence blasting in my ear, and I was watching a quirky cat. Yeah, a quirky cat, which you should go follow, by the way. She does amazing content. I just got done. Now the way I listen to music is I put music in my ears with my headphones, and then screech, and then screech. And this was about, I want to say about 5 p.m. or so, like maybe 4 p.m. I may have been maybe a bit later. It was around about that time, around about 6 p.m. anyway. So I was listening to Evanescence and I was screeching, and then I went to listen to a quick cat. But anyway, side note, that was what I was doing. And I was thinking about noise. He was in the live neighbor. You could hear E through the wall and outside in the garden. See, here's the thing. You sing in my head, probably safer for everyone casting. Love Evanescence. Seeing them five. You've seen them 5 times. Damn. I really want to see Evanescence. I don't know how I would react in a concert though. That's the problem. I wouldn't know. There's so many bands that I want to see, but I don't know how I would react in a concert setting. So yeah, I was screeching that. Which, by the way, I've got a question to ask everyone. I'll put it up as a thing. I've got it set. But anyway, so I was screeching. The whole noise thing, right? I'll get to the noise thing. So the now my level of singing, I can't reach Alphaba's volume. Even if I tried, I couldn't. I can't reach that kind of volume, and it depends on the person. And I'm gonna be shady. I'm going to be shady. I'm gonna be a bit petty. Gonna put my petty pants on. Okay, gonna put my petty pants on. Just a fair warning. Cause the only reason I'm putting my petty pants on is because the quirky cat put on Elphaba singing, and I was like, oh god. I think Elphaba The problem with Elphaba is trying to reach for the. I think Elphaba's trying to shatter glass. Elphaba's trying to shatter glass. Like that's the thing. Elphaba when they sing is trying to shatter glass. And I'm like, this is where, don't get me wrong, I love a good I love a good person who can belt out a song with volume and you know we love it. I love it, right? However, I also love I don't know whether you guys there is a even Cynthia doesn't squeal at E high school. Right. So here's the thing. Have you guys heard the song? It's in the film. It's Lady Gaga, and it's Born. No, it's in the film. Um, it's Star something. Oh Jesus, I can't remember the name of the film, and I cannot remember the name of the song. I've got it listed in the playlist. It's the one that she sings at the end where she like sheds a tear. Um, why can I not remember? A Star Is Born. That's the name of the film. Thank you. I knew something. I had the name. I had the thing Born in my head, but I couldn't remember the other part. A Star Is Born. No, it's not Shallow. It's the other one, Susie. It's the other one. Oh, it's the one that she sings at the end where Bradley Cooper's character has passed away, and she's singing to the audience, and that's a really powerful one. Oh, Elphaba has sung it. Oh, that I guess that's what my dad said when I was born. Just saying, remember you this way. That may be it. Never love again. Thank you. I knew somebody would get it. Never love again. So, right, that song, right? Lady Gaga does a tremendous job with that song, right? Tremendous job with that song. It's a beautiful song. Now, I'm not saying it was sung by somebody on the X Factor. I'm going back years. Now, one of my friends loves the X Factor. Doesn't mean like Lady Gaga, but loves the X Factor. And loves that version of the song. Now, that version of the song, because it's the X Factor, it's modified and pelted out with a bit more volume and a bit more, like, bit more of like a power. Like, it's sung with a bit more volume than the original song is done. I prefer the original song because it has more emotion in it. It has more depth in it. Look at me trying to be like a fucking song person. I'm really not. A bit more gusto, right? Oh, I cried, Jazzy. I cried. I cried at the end. Yes, I cried at the film. Yeah, yeah. Me and my friend were watching it together and I cried. Yeah. Uh, and I feel like going back to me being petty about Elphaba for a second. It's a good film. I cried. Yeah, I cried at the film. I was like, oh. The Going back to being petty about Elphaba. Elphaba doesn't try and sing with emotion. Elphaba just tries to belt the songs out. And it's not always about volume. It's not always about trying to sing loudly. It's when I butcher songs, and I know I butcher songs, I'm well aware. I'm not a singer. I cannot sing. Move over, Simon Cowell. I know, right? I'm like, look at me trying to be a song person. I'm like, yeah, well, I'm at least try to sing and not screech though. I mean, I don't try to screech, no. I don't try to screech because I can't reach I can't. I used to. I'll be honest. I used to, and God, did I get dragged for that. I used to, but I can't do the high. I can't do the high volume because I don't have the voice for it. Um, I don't have the voice for it. Um, hey, that 420 witch. Love it. 420? I wonder what that's in reference to. I love it. Hello. Jazzy says, straining the voice box is damaging over time. It can be, yeah. Yeah. It really can be, Jazzy, yeah. And I feel like that's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen to Elphaba's voice. Eventually. That's what's gonna happen, yeah. Um, Jack Kaza, sorry, says there's no emotion on the songs he sings except Defying Gravity. I mean, yeah, Alphabet has sung that song to death. I mean, don't get me wrong. You know which songs I gravitate towards. There's maybe three or four songs that I gravitate towards. That's The Power of One by Donna Summer. There's Brother My Brother by Blessed Union of Souls. There's Who Knew by Pink. And then there's a fourth one that I normally... Oh, Good Enough by Evanescence. But I'll sing anything. As we established in my last Butcheroki, I'll sing anything. If I have the words, I'll sing anything. As we established in my last Butcheroki, what was it? Smokey Wrongwater put a song in and I was like, can't sing this, it's too fast. Yeah, Who Knew is a good song to sing. It's got so emotion in it. I love that song. I love Good Enough as well. I don't know why I love Good Enough. I love that song. There's so many songs that I'd love to just belt out. I mean, I don't belt them out on live, but yeah, Smokey songs are unusually naughty. Yes, they are. Sing I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas. I don't know that one. A lot of people wanted me to sing Imagine Dragons at one point, which I know one or two of their songs, and I was like, oh, I'll definitely look it up on Stable Unicorn. Definitely look it up. You haven't sung since your college performance arts era. I will admit, I tried to join the school choir back in the day. Was not good. I will firmly admit that. But yes, the rugs that he partakes in will ruin the nose and throat. It will do, yeah. It will do. I like to sing since You've Been Gone by Kelly Clarkson. I have not heard that song in forever. I think, well, what's the Kelly Clarkson song that I heard the other day? Oh, the very first one that she Miss Independent. Miss Independent was the song I heard the other day. Miss Independent. Oh my God, that's such classics. By the way, Kelly Clarkson. If you ever release a song, the joke right now. Have you ever looked up Kevin Bloody Wilson yet? No, I have not. No, I have not. I should. But what was I saying? Oh, Kelly Clarkson. That was it. The running joke right now in Hollywood is do not let Kelly... if you release a song, do not let Kelly Clarkson sing it because, my God. Kelly Clarkson, by God, that woman can sing anything. Anything. I know everyone keeps on telling me to look up Kevin Bloody Wilson, and I haven't yet. I keep on, like, I click off the live and then my brain just, like, shuts down. Kelly Clarkson, yeah, she's got an amazing voice, and I'm like, damn. And if I'm remembering correctly, Kelly Clarkson won American Idol, was it? That's how Kelly Clarkson got her start. And Behind These Hazel Eyes, that's a good song. Oh, Nightwish is a brilliant. You know which Nightwish song I love is the Christmas one. Oh no, I haven't listened to Nightwish in a while. But there was one Nightwish song that just Walking in the Air. I think it's like what it's originally sung by a child, but Nightwish covered it, and I think it is Walking in the Air. Um, Love that. Yeah, I love Nightwish. I have what you like to call an eclectic taste when it comes to music. I'll listen to anything. But yeah, I like Nightwish. I do like Nightwish. They are awesome. Is it Alec Jones did? Well, yeah, but Nightwish did a version of Walking in the Air. I think my partner has the album or has multiple albums on their. It was on one of the things, and that's how I got it. The new album doesn't grab you though. Really? I haven't listened to the new album, but um, Within Temptation is one of my all-time faves. Within Temptation. Really? Peppermint Patty. Mm. Floor Jansen, sorry, is such a fit for them now. I haven't kept up with Nightwish though. Hang on, let me have a look at something. Let me have a look at. I hope this doesn't play. Don't play. Thank you. So the way the Big Red Buttoned app, because I pay for the premium Big Red Buttoned app, uh, I have got Avril Lavigne. I've got Avril Lavigne's Let Go album. Pop Stars Hearsay. H and Claire was a good album. That was a brilliant album. See, we've gone from E to rambling on to music now. McFly did the Rocky event. Oh, really? McFly did one? I wasn't really into McFly. I took more of the Busted avenue with that. Old school Avril is the best, yeah. I do like Avril. What else have I got here? I've got the Saturdays. I've got all their albums. Little Mix got all their albums. Spice Girls. I got Crush 40, which no one's gonna know Crush 40, and I know no one's gonna know Crush 40 because they're a band that does a lot of gaming music. Some people might actually. Some people might. I've got all of Pink's album. Yep. I've got the Can't Take Me Home, The Truth About Love, Try This, Funhouse, Misunderstood, and Beautiful Trauma. I've got Steps album, all of Evanescence albums. I'm going through a phase. Um, I think the classic everyone sings is Mr. Brightside by the Killers. Green Day. You're seeing Green Day for the 14th time in March. Oh, Green Day. Green Day was a good one. There was a Nightwish movie. I have not seen the Nightwish movie. There is a lot of things I need to watch. Um, Baby Metal. God, there's a lot. There's a lot of. I go through. See, like, there's a lot of things. It was for the Imaginarium album. Oh, really? Oh, I'll have to check that out. Oh, wait, what's going on here? Oh, ah. It was not the best. Oh, what, really, Ruby? Yeah, I got loads of albums that I see. The way in which this works is you can do a playlist. So in playlists, I've got different songs, but then there's a library that you can literally just go through. and pick out and literally just save albums. And that's what I've done. I just saved albums. Yeah, I was a grunge girl. I still listen to Nirvana. God, that's an old one, isn't it? And Pearl Jam. Ah, there you go. Ah, thank you for following alive. Ah, see, got the old one. See, I was raised with a very eclectic taste. So we got things from the 80s. I was raised with like things like Kylie Minogue, Michael Jackson, Phil Collins, Genesis, which Phil Collins is Genesis. Queen. Gotta love Queen. Um, so many different things. You see, on my mum's side, there's that. But on my dad's side, there was very much. I wouldn't necessarily call it punk, but I'm trying to. There was like the words. It was Radiohead, Slipknot, all of like the sort of like those kind of bands on my dad's side. On my mum's side, it was things like Queen, Michael Jackson, that kind of side. And then there's my own personal taste, which was things like the Spice Girls, Steps, because growing up in the 90s, that's what that was. So, like, my music taste is wild. Oh, you're an Australian and you cannot stand Kylie Minogue. Oh, really? Oh, no. I've got some friends that, well, say friends, more like acquaintances, who love Kylie Minogue. Like, love Kylie Minogue. You grew up on Queen. My mum is an Uber fan. Yeah, my mum was an Uber fan of Queen. My mum always turned around and said, if Freddie Mercury wasn't gay, she'd have him. Don't know why that was a thing, but it was a thing. I'm guessing my mum wasn't the only one that said that. But yeah. Oh, I got Christina Aguilera as well. Sorry, I meant to say that. I got Christina Aguilera. Yeah, I got Christina Aguilera as well. Don't have any Britney yet because I haven't like said the never albums yet, but I will do. Um, because I've only just learnt how to do that on the big red button that music thing. But yeah, so so ow. I love how we went from like talking about alphabets to talking about music. Now, if we now bring on movies, um, Morgan, I'm too old to be here. My parents only listened to music that involved an accordion and fiddle. Really, Morgan? Wow, that is awesome. I bet that was interesting. Morgan. Though. Watch says I'm a nanny, so I get a lot of the Wiggles and Mr. Tumble. Musicals next. So now I have not seen Wicked. I have not seen it. I don't. Part of me wants to see it. The other part of me is like the movie Wicked, purely because Chicago was a good one. I haven't been to see the musical of Chicago, but um, I've seen the movie of Chicago. I've also seen the Disney version of Cell Block Tango. That's interesting. See, the musical is such palate cleanser after Alphabet. See, my partner's been to see Wicked, and says that like they do want to like yeah. We were discussing that at one point going to see a musical. What I want to go and see is Phantom of the Opera, but I want to go and see that with my friend. There was a time during lockdown that they showed it was on the Big Red and app, and I watched Phantom of the Opera, and I really want to go and see that. Although would that be classed as a musical? It would, right? Phantom of the Opera is a musical, right? I mean, it's a show. I want to see musical Hercules. Hercules was my gay crush as a kid. Oh, really? Oh, you went to see Phantom of the Opera many, many years ago. So good. I want to see it. I really want to see it. I also want to see. I do want to see Wicked. There's a few other ones that I want to see. Uh, it's just, yeah, I do want to see a few different shows. See, you've seen Riverdance 8 times. Really, Jazzy? Ah, Riverdance is another one. Hmm. See, like that's like musical wise, like cinema wise. Um, I don't. Are people interested in the Mufasa movie? I just gotta ask. Are people interested in that? Absolutely amazing. I cried with emotion. Really, Jazzy. Ah, are people interested in that? Like the Mufasa movie that's coming out. Um, oh, they need to bring Death Note musical back. Really? You will watch it when they stream it, but won't go to the cinema for it. I don't know. See, now, of course, you guys know I'm a big Sonic the Hedgehog fan, so I will go and see Sonic the Hedgehog 3. That I do want to see, but the Mufasa movie that's coming out, I don't know. Um, we will be rating those outfits on the Big Red Button app, which you can find in my link tree, by the way. We will be rating those outfits. But the I don't know about the going to see it because I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know about it. Not sure. I wonder. I wish Disney stop remaking classics and make new original stories. Next is Lilo and Stitch. Like, yeah, they are going to be doing Lilo and Stitch. Yeah, they are. You're taking your kids to see Red One tomorrow, and I'm not looking forward to it. Which one? What's Red One? I have been sort of out of the movie world. What's Red One? I okay. Oh, is this a? Oh, see, I'm not really interested. See, this is where my sort of dislike for Christmas comes in. I don't really like Christmas. Um, yeah, it's a Christmas fantasy action. No, I'm not really. I sound like a bah humbug kind of person, but I'm not really interested in Christmas. So I'm not really interested in the Christmassy movies. Never really interested me. Wasn't impressed with Red One. It's available on Amazon Prime. Is it? Wow, that didn't last long. Well, this 57-year-old wants to go see Paddington in Peru. But my lad's 24 now, so I can't drag him with me. So, yeah, because, wait. Yeah, that came out, didn't it? I can't remember when that came out. Right, yeah. Muppet Christmas Carol and Nightmare Before Christmas is all Christmas movies I need. Yeah. Which, by the way, hot button debate. Hot button debate for Christmas. Is Die Hard considered a Christmas movie? Is Die Hard considered a Christmas movie? I know that's gonna get some. That's gonna get some people going. Oh, a lot of people are saying yes. Mm, everyone says yes. Oh no, Ruby says no. Oh, nope. Shazzy says nope. Oh, Shazzy, I don't know whether you want me to show this on live, but random side note. I remembered something from. Good morning. I remembered something from. I think it was a best Christmas movie, Muppets Christmas Carol. Yeah, the You asked me something yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday about how to get VHS onto digital. And I looked it up. So you can buy, which by the way, these look like the old stuff. These are like the old these look like the old you'd need like a cable thing that connects to a PC. um I don't know whether this is going to show properly. Yeah. So you'd need these kind of cable, like these kind of things. This is on Amazon, by the way. The one that I'm currently throwing is Digi Now video capture card converts HIH VHS to digital DVD for Windows Mac video grabber with SCART slash AV adapter. So you need one of them. Shazzy, you need one of these adapters that you can get off Amazon. They're pretty cheap. This one here is like £100, but this one's about. They're averaging for around about anywhere from between 20 to £40. So you need one of those adapters. Oh, you've got one. You spent 10 minutes trying to get you. Then escaped. You want another cat? I bought wrong thing for a PS2. Oh, right, Shazzy. All right. I get what you mean. Yeah. So, yeah, some of these adapters seem a bit weird. But no, yeah. It's SCART one end and red, white, and yellow plugs. So it's from what it looks like from one of these. One of them is okay. The one that I am looking at that's the cheapest. That's 15 quid. It's a USB video capture, and so it plugs in USB, and then the other end is all the SCARTs. So red, white, and red. No, you got black, yellow, white, and red. So I think that would be the best option. And all I did was, if you type in Amazon VHS to PC converter, it's the third option down for me. But yeah, and it's Amazon's choice apparently. There you go. There you go. But yeah, when I was looking that up, that's what that said. Catch you all later. Okay, Unicorn. I hope you have a good day. I'm not going to be on live too much longer, because you know. So do I need a VHS player to play it while copying it? So many questions. I think you would. I think what you need is the VHS player, or something that can play the VHS that you want to convert, and then also have lots of like a PC or a laptop that can plug in to it. But yeah, to go back to your normal profile pic, I keep on meaning to wanting to change. You can do it, Shazzy. You definitely can. I hope I was able to be helpful at some sort. But yeah, I think what you'd need is a VHS player and also a laptop PC and the converter to play it. Because it's just like when I game, like I've got a Switch thing. So I mean, it's not just for the Switch, but I've got a bit that's like a bit. It's not video converter, but basically I plug it into the switch and then I plug it into the PC, and then it automatically plugs in. If you don't have the software, or if it doesn't come with the software, because mine didn't either. What you'll often find is I use to play a game. You can use something called Streamlabs, or just a general video, something to do with something that can access your video stuff. So like TikTok Live Studio, what I'm using right now, can access those things. I'm probably not explaining it very well, but like before I had TikTok Live Studio, I still do use Streamlabs, because it's able to play the video. It's able to play my gaming form. It's able to show my gaming, if that makes sense. So even if it doesn't come with software, you can download software that is able to show you what you're doing. That made sense in my head. Probably didn't make sense to me saying it out loud, but it made sense in my head. It made sense in my head. But I hope that helps. So, and did you have fun chasing your cat, Kirsten? Did you have fun chasing your cat? And no, I do not want your cat. I don't. I have enough with my furball. Okay, Shazzy, I'm glad I can help somewhat. Glad I can help somewhat. But yeah, you'd need one of those converter things. Which, I don't think I've got any VHSs. Don't think I do anyway. But yeah, so I'm just trying to think. So I'm gonna get out of here because I've got some things to do later on, as in 2 a.m., which I know probably a lot of people won't be awake, at least in the UK anyway. Later on at 2 a.m., over on the Big Red Button app, which you can find in my link tree on the Josh G Show Big Red Button app channel, we're going to be rating the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 outfits, premiere outfits, over there, because I have everything already set up over there because I used to do that ages ago. And apparently I also got told that you can't throw tomatoes, which is rude. You can't use tomato emojis. But yeah. What I will do is, I know it's rude, isn't it, Ruby? It's very, very rude. But yes, if you guys want to see that or want to participate in that, it will be on the Big Red Button app over on the Josh G Show. How rude can we throw bananas? I mean, you could. So that's what we're doing at 2 a.m. later. I don't know what time that is for everyone else. I didn't know that either, Shazzy. I don't know what time that is for everybody else. I know it's 2 a.m. in the UK. And I think it's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for people in the US. I don't know what time that is for people in Australia or New Zealand. Wouldn't that be 3 p.m.? I think it will be 3 p.m. I may be wrong. But that's what we'll be doing. And then we'll probably be live again tomorrow at 7 a.m. because there's probably going to be something else that Elphaba does that's going to annoy me here. And I'll also post a video with all the pictures of the outfits on here as well. So that's what we'll be doing a little bit later on. So I'm going to get out of here. I hope everyone has a fantastic day. Try not to cause trouble. We will be rating. I think it's about 1 p.m. I really remember.